you walk in the steps of Jesus Christ, or if you walk in the steps of Abraham, or if you follow the Quran, do any of those three religions promise you happiness? They don't. You notice that they don't promise you happiness. They don't promise you contentment. As a matter of fact, the closer you get to the sun, which means perfection or God, the closer you get to the sun, the bigger the shadow is. If you think about it, right? So this idea that we exist to be happy is just not true. There are moments of happiness, but that's not what we are here to do, right? And so all life is suffering, right? That's the first big one. Now, here is the big one, and this is what I think is the really profound idea. We'll star number 2, because this is the one that really resonates with me. The second one is the fact that because suffering is caused by the desire for worldly things, right? Suffering is caused by the desire for worldly things. You want something, you don't have it, therefore you begin to suffer. But the problem with worldly things, and everybody from Plato to Jesus agrees with this, the problem with worldly things is that they are, here's a fancy word, they are ephemeral. You know what the word ephemeral means? It means short-lived. They exist for a little while and then they're gone. Right? So the problem with love is you might love somebody and they might even love you back, but there are quite a few things that might happen so that love doesn't last. Let's listen. The person you love might cheat on you. They might die. They might love you, but they might not be particularly nice to you. That happens a lot in marriage, right? Where you love somebody and sometimes they're not nice to you. And so, you might want that love, but it might not happen for you. You might want success. You might want an Oscar. You might want to win Wimbledon. You might want $1 million. You might want all of these things. And you might even get them, but guess what happens? The moment you get this thing, life still has to go on. And so the problem with worldly things is that they don't last. I mean, so even if you last your happiness on something good, like the love of your child, or like being a good teacher, or being a devout servant of God, the problem with that is that even the things that you latch onto are not going to last in this world. So this world is in flux. It's ephemeral, right? And so if your happiness in this world is attached to being wealthy, that's bad because your wealth can go. If your happiness is attached to loving your wife, that could be bad because your wife might fall in love with somebody else or might die. If your happiness in this life is about your job, you could get fired, your boss could change, you might change, and then you'll have nothing. So the problem is that we desire things that don't last. You guys following me so far? I think it's something very profound about that, right? And that, the problem with worldly things is we might enjoy them in the moment, but it's the very things that give us happiness now, in the long run, are the same things that make us miserable. I mean, my college professor, my religion professor in college, who explained this stuff brilliantly, he was a brilliant guy, he used a great example of a brownie, right? He said, look, we love the brownie. The reason why people eat brownies is because they taste great, right? And so, isn't it interesting in this life that the things that give you pleasure, like I eat the brownie, in the short run it feels good, right? It's great. It tastes good. It gives me pleasure. In the long run, what does it make me? It makes me fat, right? It makes me miserable, right? In the long run. And isn't it also interesting? Look at the things that tend to make you healthy, right? Have you ever noticed that the things that are good for you are the things that make you suffer? Jogging, vegetables, delaying gratification no matter what we're talking about. Isn't it kind of a sad? I mean, I think one of the cruelties about life is that what you tend to want tends to be what you shouldn't have. Does that make sense? I mean, isn't it too bad in life that the things we want usually are not the things that are good for us? It kind of sucks that way, doesn't it? We just want what we want, and we wish that what we wanted was good for us. And very rarely is it actually like that. I mean, very rarely do you guys want to study. Very rarely do you want to diet. Very rarely do you want to do this or do that, or not go to the party. Does this make sense to you guys? And so life is kind of the difference between what you want and what you should do, right? Now, therefore, this is important to you. Number 3, he says, the third level truth is, the only cure for suffering then, and this is it, this is the way we do it. The only way to overcome suffering is to avoid what? You have to figure this out. It's to avoid desire. Very good. The only way to overcome suffering is to avoid desire. If suffering is caused by a desire for things that we can't have or can't keep, the only way not to suffer is to not desire. Don't try to be the richest person in the world. Don't try to have the big house. Don't try to accumulate all the money. Don't try to be the most popular kid on campus. If you desire those things, you're just going to suffer. The kid and the individual who tends to be okay is the person who values the right things in life. And the right things in life are the things that you can have and that don't go away. Yeah. Well, naturally, no. You have to overcome that natural proclivity to desire. And by the way, you guys think you're kicking holes in this. You're actually not, because you guys are coming from, and I don't mean to pigeonhole you,